The sun always rises.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sailor Sun here with another The Sun Always Rises episode 1. We're in it for the long haul. So, this is a long match. And get a snack, buckle up. It'll be a fun ride, kids. So we're going to do a full game commentary for this episode. Why I chose this game in particular, no real reason. It had a lot of back and forth. I think overall it was a pretty fun game to play. Hopefully there'll be some things we can learn from it. So from the get-go, I wanted to invade because we have Nami Bubble, we have Caitlyn traps, we have Annie if she gets a stun ready. And what Josh is doing, Iacton, for those of you who remember him from our previous LoL Coldcast series, is correct. Now everyone's walking the right way. You want to walk up straight up the mid lane and into the brush. You have the least likely chance of getting spotted by doing that. So now we're going to go up and around, and normally I like to wait here and see if someone will come leash blue, but in this case no one is in our range, so we're just going to go straight to blue buff, and fortune has it that we have 3 people right here, and boom, I go for Ashe right away. She's easily the weakest. Zin's now picks up a first blood. And at this point, we should just back out. Like, we have first blood. We've really screwed over bot lane. Our jungle's way ahead. So I want everyone to just leave. There's no need to stay for the blue buff. A common misconception in Big Air of early invades is people overstay their welcome. Even if you don't get first blood, like if you force a flash or two, you should just leave. There's no need to overstay your welcome. So at this point, Zin has first blood. He's ready to take his red, so I'm just gonna help him kill it. I don't know what Caitlyn's doing. She's just kind of taking the long way around, but she'll probably end up helping as well. Yeah, there you go. So we'll slowly chunk down his red for him. That way he can go smiteless, and then he can blue, and then probably top for a gank. And yeah, we'll make our way down. So I'm happy. I already have an assist. I haven't had to use any of my wards yet, so I can still save them for lane, which is awesome. We know Olaf is probably just doing his red, considering they had to boogie on out of the blue. So yeah, now we're in bot lane. We're against a Thresh Ashe. It's a lot of crowd control and a decent amount of poke, but nothing that we can't handle. I like playing Nami in this instance because I have heal, I have bubble, so I can easily just as easily crowd control as they can. That's what I'm trying to say. Words. How does it work? So in the top lane we have good old Mr. Iacton, and he will be playing Renekton versus a Riven, so that'll probably be a pretty back and forth lane. Xin Zhao's obviously doing what most junglers do, double buff and then head top, so he'll try and set up a gank. Riven does not have any wards, so in theory they should probably be able to pull off a pretty easy gank here. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, Josh wasn't really in a good position to follow up with Xin Zhao. It's no one's fault necessarily, but if Josh had pressed a little bit closer, he might have been able to get a stun off, which would have possibly given them another kill. It's not a big deal. Like, Xin Zhao's not totally wasting his time. Yes, he has double buff, so you want to make the most of it, but by just forcing Riven back and forcing her to use a health potion, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, bot lane, not too much is going on. I'm trying to harass every now and then with ebb and flow and bubbles whenever possible, mostly just because I know Thresh can't heal. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but I have way longer sustain than he does. So if I can poke and trade him for pokes, I can just heal off of it, because I have plenty of mana, and I know when I need to use it and when I need to save. So overall, I'm not worried about that. So now we have both junglers making a play at mid, and he gets a good stun off on Katarina, but unfortunately since I was not anywhere near to actually make a play as a result. He goes for the flash on Katarina, which I really don't agree with. I don't think that was worthwhile. And unfortunately now Olaf has Ghost and Zid has no means of escape. So Olaf gets a kill, and he picks up a kill. If she can kill Olaf, that's going to be a double buff. But now she's really low. So Olaf has full mana, so we can just throw axes for days. And she flashes into an axe. Like, that's risky! Oh, he's got 17 HP. Our creep's OP. Our creep's OP. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so Andy comes off ahead. That was probably the worst bubble I've ever seen. That's okay. But yeah, Andy comes off ahead in that engagement. This Thresh is really low, and he's overstaying his welcome because then Caitlyn gets that passive, and then she gets an auto attack for the win. So, and I land the bubble. Is she gonna be able to kill it? She flashes for it, and she gets a Q off. Sweet. So now we're super far ahead. The top lane is kind of trading. I think Josh might die to Riven here. I don't remember. No, okay, he lives. So Josh is alive. Bot lane is super far ahead because now Caitlyn has 2 kills and an assist versus the Ashes is just 0 and 2. Annie has double buffs versus Katarina. Like, it's not... Blue buff on Annie is really good. Red buff is okay, I guess. It's not like gonna totally win her the lane or anything, but it will help her fight against the Katarina, and she's out leveling her now, which is good. So once again up top lane, we have no ward coverage top, which is surprising. Granted, they both started with no ward items, just health pots. But now Zin's in trouble, and he's completely caught out. I really don't think Renekton should be going in here, because yeah, I mean that's just a free kill, and there's no way Zin's gonna be able to catch her. I mean she's just gonna, yeah, like it's Riven. She could have just easily flip-flopped and done whatever to get out. So now Zin has to run away from Olaf, but he's got axes. He is low on mana, so he might be able to live through this. See HP totals, 35 HP, and Olaf doesn't get off the final auto attack, which would have killed him. So that's, I mean, that's good for Zin, but it's bad for the lane because Josh died to Riven, so that's just going to give her more control overall. Actually, it died to Olaf, I'm sorry, but Riven still gets the assist gold. So the point I'm trying to make is Riven's going to get ahead in the lane overall. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay because we're not doing bad at mid. As you can see, Annie's doing well against this Katarina for the most part, but she doesn't have any wards, and that's really concerning. And I actually remember asking her to ward her lane because I know Olaf is on such a tear right now. But bot lane's doing okay. This Thresh is continually trying to harass Caitlyn, but whenever he does, I'm just counter harassing with Bubble and ebb and flow. What, is it ebb and flow? Let's see. Yeah, ebb and flow. Okay, I thought I had it right. So that's an easy kill for Kate, or did I pick that one up? I picked that one up. I'm really good at casting, as you can see. I'm actually kind of mad at myself for picking up that kill because that would have been more gold for Kate. We can definitely pursue this Ashe, though. She doesn't have flash. I mean, she has volley, so it's going to be hard for us to necessarily follow her. And if I got a bubble there, but it was still on cooldown, which kind of sucks. So Ashe gets out, but we still get a kill on Thresh overall, which is good. So bot lane's doing really well. Like, we're super far ahead. I have Philo, and how much gold do I have at this point? Cause okay, so I'm coming up on 600 gold, whereas Thresh only has 130. So I'll have Sightstone a lot sooner than he will, which is really good. But, so Olaf's getting his red. Zinzao has his red already. He's probably looking to see for blue, but I don't know why he's there, just because we knew that Olaf was going to start red because we pressured so early. So, I mean, at this point, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because he can swing down and try to make a play in bot lane. Because Annie's coming as well, and actually Katarina's like pinging like Annie's not here, but it doesn't matter. I mean, at this point it's way too late. Annie's already here. There's Tivers, and boom, there you go. I mean, we just keep on trading tank for the tower. We get another double in bot lane, so this Caitlyn's like ridiculously far ahead. She was gonna back, but I can just heal her with ebb and flow, and we can try, mind you, and make a play for dragon. The only downside to this is that we don't have Tivers. We know Katarina's got to be coming because we're so low, and she could probably get a double if we're not careful. So I missed my bubble, and that sucks. So I'm forced to blow ult there. I wish I hadn't missed that. And did she, oh my god, did she actually get out? Oh no, I'm garbage. If I'd landed that bubble, that would have been so different. The good thing is that Olaf was taking some dragon damage there, so we actually managed to kill him. And that would have been a free kill. That kind of sucks. So let's see. Overall, that was a 1-for-1, and we picked up Dragon. So that's not bad, but Ashe is pursuing this really hot, and Caitlyn might die because I don't think she's enough mana to do in that shot. Yeah, it's 75. She doesn't have enough yet. So she's really low. Thresh is making a play. I don't know why she's backing right here. That was a mistake. I disagree with that completely. You should have run back to secondary turret after something like that. So she's forced to pop barrier, maybe make a play on Thresh, but he forces off a flash, and for whatever reason, tower just swapped aggro. So that kind of sucks. That gives them a free kill on Caitlyn. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it kind of sucks. So the problem is Riven's winning top pretty handily. Josh doesn't have his tower anymore. Riven's trading pretty well, so he needs help overall. I'm back in the lane with red buff, which is kind of funny, but I'm just trying to kill creep, and I'm trying to keep her from doing too much damage to the tower. It's not really my goal to actually like kill or fight Ashe. I'm just trying to kill off the creep so she can't, you know, plink the turret super hard. But she takes a tower shot, which is nice, and I'm just throwing ebb and flows at her, and I still have red buff, so I can harass a little bit. Like, it's not gonna do a ton of damage, and I don't think I can kill her. Maybe if I landed that bubble, I could have killed her. I don't know. It's arguable. I didn't have Tidal Wave, so at this point I was just kind of trying to hold bot so we didn't take too much damage before Caitlyn got back. Because I'm just going to get mana and health back. Like, I'm not really worried about losing a little bit just to keep the tower up. That's sort of worth it to me. So Katarina knows that Annie's missing. She gets a stun up. Xin Zhao, I think, just stole their blue, which is good. Maybe not. They both have blues. I wasn't really paying attention to jungle, to be honest with you. I can only be so many places at once. So that sucks right there, because Annie got zoned by Katarina completely, which is a good play by Kat. Like, this Katarina knows what she's doing, and she had a really good zone. So even though Annie had Tivers, Olaf still lived. Xin Zhao got beat, and now we don't have any blue buff because Olaf gets Xin Zhao's refresh, and Annie's dead again. So this Katarina is doing pretty dang good overall. She's only got one death, but she knows how to play, and that was a terrible bubble. I don't know what I was thinking there. So things I've noticed this game so far, we don't have any ward coverage at mid, like ever, and that's a problem. You really need to keep wards at mid, especially when you have someone like Olaf who has Ghost, who has Undertow. It's really easy for him to like catch people. So I don't know. I inherently disagree with mids who don't ward, and I know I'll probably get some flack for saying that because, you know, mids will be like, well, I have to buy items and shit. And yeah, you do have to buy items. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't ward, you're just giving your opponent free gold. So I know I stress wards way too much because I play support, and therefore I'm like super biased for warding everything. But what are you gonna do? So mid lane's backing out. Overall, it's actually a really close game because our gold totals are about the same. We just have a couple more kills, but I mean, we're not far ahead. Like, this is a really close game for 12 minutes, so it's been pretty fun so far. I still know Caitlyn can beat them in trades, and I actually got a pretty decent bubble on Thresh, but she just wasn't close enough to follow up. It's not her fault. I just kind of went for a random bubble to harass, so not a big deal. So Xin Zhao's on his way. Unfortunately, Thresh has a ward there, and I do have a pink, but I didn't use it. I probably should have pinked Tribrush earlier. I bet you the reason I didn't was because I still had a ward there, and I just didn't want to waste it. But Olaf comes in at like the perfect time, blocks that Caitlyn ult. We will get the kill on Thresh. That was a decent ult by me because it keeps Ashe out of the fight, and she takes more damage. This I disagree with. I don't know why we were chasing to the tower there. I don't think that was worth it, personally. I think we could have easily just waited for creep to come, taken the tower, if they were still here, follow up. Because, I mean, you know Ashe has arrow, Olaf has decent lifesteal. Just overall, I don't think that was a smart move. It's not the end of the world, but it could have been played a lot better. If we were patient and we had just poked down the tower, and if Ashe had stayed, we could have just done like a bubble or an ebb and flow, Caitlyn Q. We had a lot more options there than just diving in as Xin Zhao. So again, here's what I'm stressing. Look, no wards at mid, and she gets completely obliterated. Like, you have to ward at mid if you're going to be that pushed up. You can't just go out like that. She has no primary turret and no ward coverage. It's a problem. I'm not saying this Annie's bad. Like, she's made some pretty decent plays. I'm just saying overall I highly disagree with pushing out that far with no ward coverage whatsoever. It's a big mistake, and I wish that mids would realize that rather than getting mad at me when I ask them to ward. So, they're pushing up mid. Zin's alone. No real tower damage, so it's not a big deal. But now he's going to have to back at some point because he's so low on HP. Like, we can't really pursue and try and do a fight. Josh is still on his own little island up top. He's just trying to farm, probably focusing on late game more than anything, which isn't necessarily the wrong call. I mean, at this point, he's only 0-2. Yes, he lost his lane, but he didn't, like, get crushed, and he can still farm because Ribbon's roaming so much. While it would be nice to have him roaming as well, it's not a big deal. So Thresh is completely caught out for going for a red ward with no support. And at this point, I don't actually want to pursue this. And then he does that. Like, no. Just, ugh. This is so bad. That's a free double. And we lose bot turret. I was just, no. So much no. flashing in against the Thresh, who you know has box, and we know that they were at least 2 people mid because we could see them with creep coverage. That was a huge mistake, and I was even saying in chat, please don't pursue this, it's obvious bait. All I wanted to do was harass Thresh and force him to leave, because that way we could fight later, because he wouldn't be there to support, he'd have to back because he can't heal himself. But we over pursued really hard, and that was just a big mistake. And now Ashe is just completely free farming bot, and I don't think she'll get the tower because Caitlyn's there and Caitlyn can at least trade. Yeah, like, that's a decent ult. I mean, you might as well just do it to poker, try and get her off the turret a little bit. So I agree with that overall, but that was a really big mistake by us earlier. We should not have made that play. Josh is still trying to trade with Riven, and overall that's actually pretty good. He forced a nice flash there, and he'll pick up the kill. So I guess the whole strategy of just sticking around and farming is working out for him, because late game Renekton is really good. That's not to say late game Riven isn't, but late game Renekton is just, it's a very angry alligator, and he can do what he wants, when he wants, and how he wants. So we have ward coverage at Dragon. We know Olaf's around, and I'm like, okay, we can probably pursue this Thresh. I'll get the bubble. This should be an easy kill. I think we'll pick it up. Yeah, so there you go. Caitlyn picks it up. That's a good free kill. We knew Olaf was coming, but since I didn't see anyone else around the ward, I was comfortable with going in on that. Not that I get to make the decisions, it's more so just whatever Xin Zhao and Annie do, but in my mind at least, I was comfortable with going in. But now we know that they're going to be around here. Like, there's no way they're going to give us a free dragon. So here comes Kate. Oh man, and she took a lot of damage. She's forced to flash out, which sucks. We get the dragon, and I actually managed to get out. I think yeah, so we pick up the kill on Olaf. So right now we haven't died and we got a dragon. So this has been overall worth it. But there, Ashe comes. I don't have any mana for a bubble. They have ward coverage here, so she sees me and that blows. And then that's okay. That kind of made me mad. I don't know why Annie was just, you know, briskly walking by an Ashe when she had stun ready. She should have done something there. So once again, Josh is still on his own little island. He's just trying to push top. He's trying to get farm. I guess he just really wants to get that tower down. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, they got 4 kills and they're pushing down mid. So personally, I think he should have backed. I'm not going to overly criticize his play, but I just disagree with him trying to do a split push when we're losing mid tower. So things that could have gone better here, we should have just taken the dragon, and once Caitlyn and I flashed out, we should have just left. We should not have stayed in that fight because we gave Ashe an easy double, and that was dumb. We should have just left. There was no need for us to stay. We'd gotten the objective, and overall things probably would have went out a lot cleaner. So that was my mistake. I overstayed my welcome. I should have just left. But now the same thing's happening with Josh. Like, he knows he's got the tower down, but I mean, it's pretty obvious people are going to come for you when you're alone, and they know you're alone at a tower. So he's going to go down. He doesn't even get the kill on Cat. So overstaying his welcome again. Like, yes, he's trying to push objectives, but I don't really agree with staying that long because it's just a free kill. So again, this game's really close. We're at 16-16. We have a slight, and I mean very slight, gold lead. Thresh and I are pretty much the same. He doesn't have boots, and I have cooldown reduction boots, but we both have Ruby Sightstone. He's working on Age of the Legion, which is fine. He has really good ward coverage. I have to give kudos to this Thresh. He's putting down smart wards, so they know where we're at pretty much all the time. So kudos to him for that. Ashe is basically just trying to free farm bot whenever she can to stay ahead, which is a pretty wise move. Like, they know that they have pretty decent map presence. They know where we're at because of ward coverage, so I agree with what she's trying to do. She's just trying to keep her CS up pretty high. Let's see, comparing right now. Yeah, she's a little behind Kate, and Kate has picked up most of our kills, which is why she's ahead overall. The Ashe went Static Shiv first, which is not a bad choice, but I like the fact that our Caitlyn went for straight damage because we do have a pretty decent amount of CC. I mean, we have Tibbers, we have Tidal Wave, we have Bubble, we have Zin Knock Up, we have Caitlyn Trap, we have Renekton Stun, so I think that was the right move, going for straight burst damage. We just need to make sure we peel for her and keep her alive in fights, because if we don't, we're going to have problems. And I really, really, really don't want to engage on this. I know that's just huge, obvious bait. Like, if your support's going Baron 9 times out of 10, someone's going to be there to back him up. So I managed to catch Ashe on the bubble, but no one's around to really make a play off it, which is fine. Like, again, it's not a big deal. It doesn't cost me a ton of mana. This is where things are going to go bad, though. So this positioning's really poor. Like, they have complete and total mid dominance. It's a really good box by Thresh, and then we all just jump in the box. Like, yes, I have a decent tidal wave, but we have no peel for Caitlyn at all. Like, Josh gets zoned out of the fight. Xin Zhao's going for, like, random kills that don't matter. Riven's just completely putting a tear on us, so I actually managed to get out of that. But man, was that fight really poor. We had no peels for Kate at all. Like, we had my bubble and tidal wave, and I got a pretty decent tidal wave. I'm pretty sure I hit at least 4 people. But because we had Xin Zhao and Renekton just going for kills, we didn't have any peel for Kate. And she's pretty much our primary source of damage, and she got completely obliterated. So that was a really poor team fight. I wish we hadn't engaged like that. Like, in retrospect, I still would have fought there, but I would have preferred it if we had all just focused on one target and rather than going for like random split kills. Like, if someone's running away from the fight, you don't have to pursue the kill. Like, if they're out and completely zoned, why not just go for kills that you know are still present, like Riven or whoever's trying to kill Kate? I don't know. Everything's easy to like observe and comment on when you're looking at it in review, but overall that team fight was really poor. So it's kind of assumed that someone's going to go for our buff. There you go. Riven gets it. That kind of sucks. Overall, I don't want them up there because I don't have any coverage ward-wise. I have my... Am I even using it? I have no wards on the map except for that one brush right there. That's a mistake by me. I should have way more ward coverage up right now. I have a pink. I have a Ruby Side Stone. I need to be using it. This Thresh is going around putting tons of wards down everywhere. Granted, that's why I'm a little bit ahead of him in items, because I have those tier 2 boots, but that's a little bit selfish. I should probably have a lot better ward coverage at this point because it's 21 minutes into the game. Baron's up. Like, I just need to have better ward coverage overall. So at this point, I know where a lot of people are. I'm pretty comfortable with going out and warding Baron real quick. So I see he's got a pink. I'll kill it off, and I'll try and get some decent ward coverage around here. But they know that I'm at Baron, so I just need to scootaloo down here, make sure that our carries are going to be okay. Renekton's nowhere near the fight, so I don't want to engage if we can help it anyway. Thresh goes for a random hook, doesn't connect. I don't think they would have actually pursued that fight if he had landed the hook. It's debatable. He would have been really far out from the rest of his team, and Riven wasn't close enough to actually make a play off it. So Josh is standing in a pink, and that kind of sucks because now they completely know he's here. So we can't really fight this, or at least I don't want to, because we don't have a tower. I'd rather just fight under it. It makes our life way easier overall. And yeah, there you go. So they kill up my ward. We have no vision now. We really just need to go back to turret. But then Xin randomly goes for Ashe, even though we know they're in jungle. I don't agree with this. Like, Xin just kind of goes man mode. I miss my bubble, which is really sucky. I get tidal wave off before I die, but it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, that was really bad. Caitlyn's completely zoned. I mean, Josh is going on a tear here. Like, he's picking up a double, and he'll probably get this triple off Olaf. Let's see. I think he makes the play here. He's got his ult up still. Olaf goes back. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Caitlyn dies. I knew that was going to happen too, because Riven versus Kate, there's just no way she's going to live. Does this kill Thresh? I don't know. Let's see. He gets hooked. Riven's going to come kill him eventually. Nice lifesteal. He kills Olaf at least, but that's a ton of gold for Olaf, which is kind of unfortunate. So overall, like, that fight was really bad because for whatever reason, Xin Zhao just completely decided to man mode mid when we knew that Olaf and Thresh were right there, and we weren't in a position to follow him up. Like, he just went for a straight random kill on Ashe when we were in no position to follow it up. So that was a huge mistake. I didn't agree with it. I think we messed up as a result of it, but it's not the end of the game. So they have a slight kill advantage and a slight gold lead. They kill Dragon, which increases that gold lead a little bit, but overall, we're not completely screwed. Like, our Caitlyn's still pretty well off. She's at 747. She's got Infinity Edge. She's working on a couple different smaller items rather than going for a big one. We'll see what she eventually builds us up into. I'm not sure what she prioritizes first. But this Ashe is doing well now. She's got Static Shiv. She got a Boyfriend Sword. She's pretty close to either Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge, whatever she goes for first. But at this point, I'm just getting a little peeved at our Xin Zhao because he's kind of making bad plays. He's chasing after random people when we're not in a position to follow it up. So I finally went Oracle. I probably should have done it sooner, honestly, because I knew that this Thresh had such good ward coverage. But again, hindsight is 20/20. What are you gonna do? So of course I have Oracles at the one point when there's like no wards that I really need to worry about. But it looks like Thresh is gonna go for some ward coverage here, and we'll have a little support high five. Hey buddy, just ward. How about you? Oh, same thing. That's cool. Yep. So I mean, there's no point in us engaging on each other. We're not gonna really be able to do anything. And I walked by that ward like a boss with Oracles. Yeah, that wasn't very good. So we don't even have the first tower down at mid, which kind of sucks. I mean, I'm slowly killing off their wards, so they're losing vision, and the fact that they don't have vision makes me feel more comfortable doing an engagement. We know Ashe is bot now, so technically we could do a 4v5. I don't know why we're going down for this. Like there's two mid right there, and we know Ashe is bot, and I know that Thresh is up here doing nothing. We should have made a play on this Olaf and Riven. I think we could have pulled them off pretty easily, but instead, for whatever reason, we decided not to make the play there. Zinzao's going for random flanks. I don't know. Our positioning is poor. I think that we're not going for engagements when we need to, and then we're going really hard when it's inopportune in our favor. So at this point, Josh is getting a little frustrated, so he's trying to bait them out with like random laughs and taunts. It's not gonna work. Like, I hope no one's stupid enough to like get mad at someone for laughing at them and thus go for a kill. But they're just gonna send out a turret, and we really can't engage. Like I mean, yeah, it would have been a 4v5, but boom, there you go. The Ashe arrow hits Josh, thank God. I got a really good bubble that hits 2, followed up by a decent tidal wave. So now they're all pretty low. Riven's going for Kate, but Kate lives, which is excellent because they actually get decent peels for once. I think Josh dies to Olaf there, but overall that's not bad. So at the moment it's 2 for 1, but they're completely zoned out of the fight. Olaf has no HP, Katarina's going to have to back, so the only one who can stay is Ashe. So at the very least we can push this tower, and that's what I want us to do because I'm pretty low on mana at this point. I don't want him. No, I'm madly pinging. What are you doing? Just hit the flippin' tower. Like, I don't know what the Zin's thinking. I don't know why he's going so hard for kills. I don't know why he thinks he can randomly catch people. Blue buff happens to respawn when he walks over there, so maybe he's got decent jungle timers. I don't know. But overall, we should have been pushing mid a lot harder. I don't know why we were thinking we could pick up kills there when it was just really unneeded. So, and he's going to go for a blue buff. I don't have sight on Baron, and I need to get sight back on Baron. I probably should have done that before I backed. I don't know if I had any wards left on my sight stone or not. I might not have. So I'll finish Locket, which is really good overall for fights, because that'll give Kate a little bit of a shield against Riven overall. It's not much, but it might help to keep her from getting bursted. So I'm pinging them all the way to Baron. I know that there's at least 3 bot lanes, so I can get up there and get ward coverage safely. I don't want to do Baron, I just want to keep sight on it. I'm not interested in making some kind of crazy play for it when I don't have sight. Like, I like having sight in that bush right there, in the lane, in that little bush, and at Baron. That way I have complete and total 100% vision coverage around Baron, because it's very rare the purple team ever actually comes out through the tri-brush. That's pretty uncommon, so I don't tend to worry about that side of it overall. So Thresh is making like some huge ward plays right now. Like, he has oracles, he knows what their positioning is, so he must just be like really brazen and comfortable with going and getting deep wards. So I gotta commend him for that, because it's actually really gonna help them in the long run. Because now they know where Renekton is, they know he's doing race. I mean, I've got Baron coverage, but Thresh is just gonna come oracle it and kill it off, which kind of blows. So we're just kind of like tipsy-toeing around each other, if you will. We can't really make any plays because neither team wants to throw at this point. And while we both would like Baron, neither team's going to go for it unless they know they're in like a really strong position to do so. So at this point, obviously, Thresh is coming at wards. I know where they're at. I'm like, alright, there's 3 at Baron. We should try to make a play here with anti-tibbers and tidal wave. If we happen to catch people in a good spot, we can get a lot of quick kills. Ashe is making the smart play of standing really far back, but this Thresh gets caught out. I don't know why I bubbled there. That was dumb. I should have saved it for when Riven went on someone. So, luckily, Riven does not actually manage to kill Annie. Olaf's out of position. I get a good bubble, and she tibbers on top of it. So, Caitlyn is completely fine, and she's making huge damage plays. Katarina gets zoned out of the fight. So we get a clean 3 for 0, which is exactly what I wanted. We used our ults well overall. Granted, you know, I made a couple misplays. I should have saved bubble for Peel, and overall, just using all of our moves on Thresh right away is questionable, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was a good fight. We got 3-0, so I guess there's no point in being all, you know, super analytical about it. It is what it is. We got 3-0. We can push mid. This guy. Whatever, dude. I guess you're just gonna set up bot lane to push. I guess. I don't know. I guess he's farming. When you get a 3-0, I like to push as far as possible and then just watch timers, and when people have about 6 seconds left, just leave. I don't really like splitting randomly. At the very least, I think he should have positioned himself for Dragon rather than just focusing on pushing bot so much. Like, you know everyone's top. Why wouldn't you just go Dragon right away and just get it done? So Kate and Josh make a pretty decent move on getting this tower. As long as they get out overall, they should be fine. Kate gets caught by the hook. I don't know if she's going to get out of this now because that's a really good play by Thresh. And oh my god, she actually just managed to get out with like 45 HP. I'm pinging like mad. I'm on my way. I have ebb and flow. I'll bubble for you, so let's just get you the hell out. But I type in chat real quick, watch out for Ash Arrow. Yeah. Nope. That's unfortunate. So Kate's dead, and as a result, they have total Baron control. Like, we can't fight. Kate is like all of our damage. So I just say, hey, go back and buy. We can't contest Baron. They know they're gonna have it, so there's nothing we can do. Like, the nice part is bot's kind of pushing. We have some decent caster minions, so I don't think we'll get that tower, but it'll start doing damage to it at least. But yeah, I mean, they have a total free Baron, which blows. So now we have to worry about Baron for a while. The nice thing is they haven't pressured our base to the point where, like, we have to really worry. So at this point, it's more so just, okay, we know they have Baron, just wait it out. There's no need to engage at all whatsoever. There's just no need. Like, come back to tower, let them push with Baron. Hopefully we can just clear waves with Annie and with, you know, Kate, and we'll be okay overall. So just don't engage. They have Baron. There's no need to fight. And that's the general hope. Like, Thresh is, again, really good ward coverage. He's putting wards in base. Josh throws one out. I think I have oracles. Yeah, I did get another oracles, which is a really smart play because I knew they were going to try and ward up base to maybe make a play. So I'd rather just kill him off. I know eventually we'll push out, and then I have to clear jungle again because Thresh is probably just going to put a ton of wards down once more. Luckily we got Dragon, so we at least deny them that, but again, them having Baron kind of sucked. So at this point, I just want us to play really passive. Like, yeah, that's the right move. Do wolves, clear waves a little bit, but don't go so far that you would get caught and die, because at this point we're 32 minutes into the game, and if we have another death like Caitlyn dying or anyone getting caught, we're probably just going to lose the game, or at the very least we'll lose an inhibitor. So I like to play cautious in the late game. I prefer people just farm, play smart, don't do any hard engages. And that was risky. I don't know. Theoretically, Riven probably could have killed Kate there, but she chose back, which is fine. Caitlyn pushes the wave a little bit. I'm getting tongue-tied. Annie takes a blue buff, which is perfectly fine. That's what we want right now. So they're just kind of positioning for another fight. Like, at this point, their Olaf is super tanky. He's got Frozen Mallet. He has Sun Fun Fire. Riven has a ton of damage and a little bit of armor. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot we can do. They have map control at this point. So I don't know why Zin's out this far. I'm glad he's backing. If he didn't, he'd probably be dead, honestly. Luckily, it seems as though they're more concerned with just making a play on pushing for mid and not trying to pick anyone off. So we need to chill in base. We need to wave clear. We need to keep this mid turret alive if we can at this point. And we still have a ways to go in the game overall. We're behind overall. Like, they have, not in gold necessarily, but just in map pressure, we have none at all. Like, they have complete and total map control, and I can't really go out and do anything against this Thresh. He's a really good support. I gotta give him kudos. Like, yeah, he's died a lot more than I have, but overall his ward coverage is really strong. He's had oracles practically the entire past 10 minutes, I think. Like, he's just constantly oracling at wards. So I give him really good kudos for that. At this point, he's standing around, and I don't know why he went for that ward, because now that's a free kill on Thresh. Again, I have a really bad bubble where I'm like predicting they're going to walk forward, but they are stunned, so they can't. So that's huge. Ashe is dead. Thresh is forced out of a fight. We're kind of poking on Olaf. I don't know why she flashed there. That was dumb. Should have saved that. That was a mistake. But we know Katarina's completely caught out of place, and we should be going for her. I don't know what this Zin's doing. I don't know why he's chasing Olaf and Thresh. Like, if he was back here, we probably could kill this Katarina. So I think he just gets tunnel vision really bad. Josh is trying to deal with Riven because she was going to split top. I don't know who wins this. This is going to be pretty close, actually. We'll see. She goes under turret, which is a big mistake. That was a nice play by Josh of luring her back there. So I think Josh will probably pick up this kill. He'll probably just pursue it and pick it up. Oh, wow. Does he actually flash for that? Yeah, he does. I mean, at this point, he'll pick it up at some point. So Katarina's coming in to probably try and pick off Renekton afterwards. Now Josh is overstaying his welcome. Like, yeah, he gets the kill, but now he's in deep shit. So hopefully I can get him out. But, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like, he's just dead. There's nothing I can do, and I don't want to go in. I shouldn't even be here. I should have just got straight back to base. Honestly, there was nothing I could do there. So yeah, he got the kill on Riven, but now he's dead also. So again, we have no map presence. Like, when we lose a carry like that, we don't have any peels for Kate, so I'm not comfortable pushing. So I don't know. I wish we would have fewer trades, if you will, like random kill attempts. Yeah, we're still really close. Like, I mean, this game is ridiculous. 27-27, same gold, same towers. Like, holy crap, this game is ridiculously close at this point. But overall, I feel like we have a stronger late game. I feel like Olaf is starting to fall off a bit. Yeah, he's really tanky, but he's not like that big of a threat in fights anymore. It's more so just kill Riven really quick because she's really squishy, and pick off Ashe because she overall has been getting caught a lot in fights, which is really good. Like, that's what we want. We want to pick off their carries when they have no means of defending themselves, because that's just how you win League. Yeah, okay, that was an obvious statement, I admit. So, okay, now Thresh is making a mistake. He's going too far out for ward coverage. Okay, that was a lucky bubble. Again, I keep on doing this thing with bubbles where I'm going for them when I'm assuming they're going to walk forward even though they're already stunned. I need to wait on that a little bit, so like a half a second delay on my bubble would have been a lot better there. On the upside, Thresh is completely zoned out of this fight, so we can push. Like, we know he's low, we have everyone mid, we should be okay overall. I think we should go for this turret. We knew Riven is trying to split, but overall we just need to make a play on this tower. That was an okay tidal wave, but there's nothing to follow it up. I should have saved it, so that was a small mistake by me, not a huge deal. Zin gets a good kill there. For once, the man mode was an okay move. Overall, we're doing alright, but I know that Riven's going to make a play on this tower. So we get the inhib. Zin's kind of dicking around under towers, trying to poke them off, I guess. I'm going to back here, though, because I'm going to try and save this inhibitor. And I know this is like a really weird call, like the support going back to try and stop a Riven, which is weird. But I think overall I can at least delay her. I have home guard. I don't have tidal wave, but maybe she doesn't know that if she wasn't watching the fight. So she's actually going to back, and that makes me happy. Then I did something stupid, and I taunted her in chat saying, yes, run away from the support, because, I don't know, I was feeling a little smug that I made a Riven run away from me. That was dumb. That was really dumb. I should have just let her back. I don't know why I taunted her, because now she's going to come back and take this inhibitor. And they all died at base. So I made a huge mistake there. I have no idea why in God's name I made this Riven come back and take this inhibitor. So pro tip, if you actually manage to force someone off of an inhibitor and you know they're leaving, don't taunt them to come back when it's not in your favor. So that was kind of dumb. Caitlyn manages to kill off Olaf, which is decent, but now she's dead for a while, so it's just me. And I can't really do anything on my own. So I just kind of have to hold off for about 10 seconds. I might be able to save this tower if I get a decent bubble off Riven. She's really low. So I save the tower at least. Zen will be up and Renekton will be up, so they won't be able to push. They will pick up the dragon, which kind of sucks. Baron's up, and I have almost no ward coverage at all, so I'm pinging it saying I really need to go ward this. So I'm going to get my home guards, get, full HP mana and whatnot. Oh wow, I didn't get home guards. I'm bad. Anyway, I'm pinging Baron saying we need to get ward coverage on it, so Josh is heading up there to make sure they're not doing it, because he can always get out if he needs to. So Obviously Baron's okay, they're not doing it. I'm going to get some ward coverage up there. We know Ashe is in base, so that suits our needs perfectly fine. And we can actually do Baron, because we know Ashe and Thresh were in base, they're dealing with creep, they're not really responding. They don't have a ward here, granted we didn't know that when we started it, but now we know, okay, they have no sight, they're not coming for us, we know they're still at mid, this should be a free Baron for us. Why they let us have a free Baron? Probably because we got the towers down and supers were pushing, so I guess they didn't really have a choice. Like, they kind of had to just kill off supers, but we get the free Baron, which is sweet. We know Thresh is here. I hope we don't flash over the wall for the Thresh. That'd be dumb. Yeah, okay. Nope, we're making the smart play here. We picked up Baron, so now we're in a really good position. We know Nexus has no turrets. What we're trying to do is either pick off one person, whether it be Thresh or Ashe, and then just go straight for the win. But overall, it's best just play smart. I'm low on mana. I probably shouldn't have used it on the creep because now I only have 270. So I'm gonna have to back because I want more mana for any long engagements. I tell everyone we just picked up Baron. If you need an item you need, just go back and buy real quick, and then we can shove mid. Josh is prepping blue for Annie, which is perfect because now she'll have Baron and blue buff. She'll just go on a complete tear, which is great. It's exactly what we want. So we know that they're at mid. They're going to try and push up. Zen checks Dragon. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that considering I had no vision there. So if he got caught, that would have kind of sucked, but it's fine. So I'm saying, alright, everyone come mid. If you haven't already bought, go do so real quick. If you're ready to go, then great. They have no towers at Nexus. Inhibitor is still down. Overall, creeps are still going to push because we have supers, so Lego. Zen is now buying, which is a little late, but it's fine, I guess. It's not really a big deal. Like, we have Baron for a while, and there's no towers around Nexus, so we really don't have to be in a rush at this. Like, we have 40 minutes. They have to sit in base. There's no need for us to rush into it. I'd rather we just have a group of 5 and then go. Annie's staying bot to clear it. That's questionable. We have Baron. I wish we would just kind of push it out. I don't know. Like, yes, supers would obviously push, but I think overall we should just be going for the win because we have such a strong Baron at this point. And we have everyone at full HP, all items. Caitlyn had red, Annie had blue. So I disagree with doing the wave clear thing bot. But again, we catch Thresh out of position. Now he's out of the fight. Renekton's just like a big angry alligator at this point, so I get a decent tidal wave. Caitlyn trades with Ashe because she's more fed than she is, and I mean, this should be the end of the game because Riven randomly uses her ult, but she doesn't even get in the fight in time. So Olaf's gonna die because Renekton gives Kate vision. Thresh is still forced out of the fight, like there's nothing he can really do. Josh flashes over the wall, gets a stun. So yeah, okay, now Riven's the only person alive, so that's kind of the end of the game right there, and that was a 4v5 overall. Well, I guess it's questionable calling it a 4v5, because let's go back a little bit and watch that fight again. Okay, so we're in decent position. There's us 4. Here's where Thresh makes the critical mistake. He gets caught out, he's forced to box, and he's forced to flash out of the fight. The box isn't really effective, and I get a decent tidal wave because it hits Katarina, it hits Olaf. Thresh can't do anything. Riven's nowhere near the engagement in the first place. So it was almost kind of, yeah, I guess it's a pretty clean 4v4 overall. Olaf doesn't really do anything because he just went pure tank, and he can't pressure our Caitlyn alone, especially when Ashe is already dead because the ADC's traded and Caitlyn's more fed than Ashe is. And now we can go ahead and fast forward because overall, run. We're so awesome. There's no turrets whatsoever here. I don't even know why we're going for the inhibitor. Like, it's just Riven. Just go for the win, guys. It's just Riven. No one's even here. And Annie's still clearing bot. Like, Annie didn't even do anything in the last couple minutes, which is pretty funny. So I pop lock it because I actually remember to pop lock it for once. That's another thing I did incorrectly. In most fights, I never pop lock it. So that was a big mistake. But overall, things to learn. Thresh had really good ward coverage, and I didn't. He had oracles a lot more, where I went for more selfish items like better boots and whatnot. That was probably a mistake, and I should have had oracles and just been doing constant ward clear. Zinzao went for random kills when he didn't really need to, and we had that one really awful fight at mid where Caitlyn got completely killed off by Riven because we had no peel. But overall, we won the game. It was really close. I mean, it's 34-31. Gold totals were close overall, but Thresh got caught, and that kind of gave us the win. So, yeah. Thanks for watching episode 1 of The Sun Always Rises, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.